Welcome to Rambam in Depth. Today we'll be discussing the Rambam Hilchos Isurei Mizbeach, first chapter, Halacha Beis. Anyone who sanctifies, who consecrates an animal with a blemish for the Mizbeach, for the altar, has violated a negative commandment. And then the Rambam continues, and he gets lashes, which is the penalty for a violation of a negative commandment, for his consecration. Shenemar, because it says in the Torah, anything that has a blemish in it should not be offered. Apia Shmuel Lamdu, in the oral tradition, taught us, Shazu Azhara Lemagdish Balimumin, that this is an admonition, this is a negative commandment, telling us we're not allowed to sanctify, consecrate animals that have blemishes. So the Rambam makes it very clear that this is a prohibition that carries with it the penalty of Malkus. The question is asked by the Chinuch. One of the Rishonim asked this. He says the following, Malkus. It would appear that there's no reason there should be Malkus, there should be lashes. Why? Because we have a rule that a lab, that has no action involved. There are no lashes over here. And here, there's no action. There's just speech. So the Chinuch says it would make sense that there are no lashes here. However, he brings the Rambam. The Rambam writes that one who consecrates a blemished animal does get lashes. So the Chinuch answers, it could be that the Rambam compares consecrating a blemished animal to the case of Temurah. Temurah is where you want to exchange the holiness of one animal for another, which is a negative commandment, and they both remain holy. And in that case, person incurs the penalty of lashes, even though it's only speech. Both are actions of consecration. So just like we know that Meimar is a general exception to the general rule that you don't get Malkus for a lab she'ein b'maisa. The Gemara says there are several exceptions to the rule. One of them is Temurah. So this is very similar to Temurah, because in Temurah you're making something holy that wasn't holy before, and here you're making something holy, and both of them are doing it in an improper way. So just like Temurah gets lashes, same thing over here, you would get lashes. And Chinuch concludes, the Elub Nishma B'Torah Nevaksha Mepiyu. We should listen to the Rambam, and we should seek Torah from his mouth. Kimalach Hashem Tzvayis, so he is an angel of Hashem. So, according to the Chinuch, the reason why you get lashes is because it's similar to Temurah. It's like included in the exception that was passed down orally, that Temurah is an exception. However, the Lechem Mishneh, not here, and here he just gives a reference to it, but in Hilchos Sanhedrin, the Lechem Mishneh gives another answer. He says that the Rambam doesn't hold that the reason for Temurah gets lashes, because there's an opinion of the Gemara, because b'diburei yisabed ma'aseh, with his speech, there's an action that happens. In Temurah, just with your speech, you're creating the sanctity of the new animal. You accomplish something with your speech. So even though normally you don't get lashes for speech, speech is not considered action, but when the speech creates an action, creates a result, a consequence, it's as if it had action to it. That's one opinion of the Gemara, Temurah says. But the Rambam clearly does not accept that explanation. The Rambam holds that Temurah is an exception to the rule. Not because it creates action, it's because it's an exception. So in that case, why over here by Magdish Balmum, when you sanctify a Balmum, why over here, since we don't go by the opinion that says B'diburei yisabed ma'aseh, that speech that creates a result is considered to be an action, so why do you get lashes? So the Lechem Mishneh doesn't bring the Chinuch, but he gives his own answer. His answer is that when you're dealing with the case of Temurah, there is no real action. What do you mean there's no real action? You made it holy. But that's not why you get lashes. You don't get lashes because you made another animal holy. There's nothing wrong with making an animal that isn't holy to make it holy. The lashes you get is because of the Temurah, because you wanted to make the exchange. You declared, I am exchanging the holiness of one animal for another. That's the sin. That has no action to it because it doesn't work. His intention to take away the holiness of one animal and put it on another animal didn't take effect because both animals are holy. So his speech didn't really create anything. The fact that he made something else holy that wasn't holy before, that has nothing to do. That's not why he's getting lashes. By contrast, in the case of Magdish Balmum, when you sanctify a Balmum, that animal was not holy before, and you made a Balmum holy. That's a law. That's the negative commandment that the Torah does not want. For whatever reason, the Torah does not want you should take a Balmum and make it holy. It's disgraceful to do that. And that's why the speech is considered an action, because whatever the lav is, you created something that wasn't there before. You made something hegdish improperly, so that's why there are lashes. So that's the Lechem Mishneh's explanation in Hilchos Sanhedrin. It's a little strange that the Kehilas Yankov and Temurah, Siman Beis, gives the very exact same explanation as the Lechem Mishneh, but doesn't bring the Lechem Mishneh.